Yo, what's up, y'all? You got the original Lone Wolf coming at you with a video. Want to cover a couple of topics today and, dive into a few things that, people just need to be aware of. That's what's coming, right? Because we all got our own certain circumstances and we're living our own aspect of our own life. And, what I eat don't make you full, right? So we as individuals, we have to take individual responsibility and individual action as to, preparing for what's there is to come. So we're going to touch on a couple of things. I'm going to try to keep this video under 45 minutes. I've deleted a lot of stuff off of my phone. So, I want to just keep it to like maybe 35, 45 minutes. If you all have some time, try to watch the whole video. If not, pause it and then come back to, wherever you left off at some point in time. But anyway, we're going to get this out here in the open. We got 26 USC 3121, right? And it's going to be E1. I'll just put that there just, so you all know. And yeah, this is under Title 26 of the IRS or the Internal Revenue Code, which is labeled the IRC. Okay, so under definitions, right? We're going to scroll all the way down to E1. And this is a very long section. Okay? They like to hide shit. All right? So we're going to scroll all the way down. And this is just a reminder. I probably did this before in the other video, but, the way that people get taxed and how they literally are taking everybody's money and doing whatever they want to do with it because people don't understand it's labeled as a gift or a donation. All right, so here we got E1 and we got E2, right? You got state and then you got United States, right? I'm making reference to this because United States is all over everything when it comes down to taxes, right? It's a E1. The term state includes, right? This is what it includes. District of Columbia, Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. Listen, this is enough information right here for you to at least start questioning these people. Okay? I'm giving you all information. Now, E2 says United States. It says the term. Notice it say the term United States. It didn't say country. It said term. The term United States, when used in a geographical sense, includes the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. That's what it includes. It don't say shit about Ohio. It don't say nothing about Texas. You understand? This is the reason for why you can prove that you are not a part of the United States. Nobody has a birth certificate that says United States on it. Okay? You were all born within one of the 50 states of the Union, i.e. America. Now, again, it didn't always used to be that way. We know, now from stuff that we've been researching and people that we've been listening to and taking their information and going back and researching that the country was wide open at one time. They didn't have all these individual states and all this other nonsense that they have today. But the 50 states of the Union, i.e. America, that represents the Constitution. Okay? So none of this shit right here that you're looking at has anything to do with the Constitution. They talking about Puerto Rico. Well, we not in Puerto Rico. Your birth certificate don't say Puerto Rico on it. Well, at least the vast majority of people. Okay? Because at one time, this used to read Alaska and Hawaii as well. But since that time, Hawaii and Alaska has joined the Union. Okay? Now, this is also codified, right? You're looking at 26 USC 3121, right? And that was section E1 and E2 he was just looking at. Now, it's also been codified under the Code of Federal Regulations. So you go in and you type 26 CFR, and it come up. It give you the same thing, 3121. And it takes you right back here. And this is actually the actual one I was looking for. Here it is right here. But it takes you right back here. So you understand this. And it's like how I also told y'all, going back to the Treasury Department, 31 USC 321, subsection D1 and D2. Okay? When you scroll down to D1 and D2, what does the Treasury Department tell you? It says the Treasury Department, the Secretary of the Treasury may accept, hold, administer, and use gifts, people, and bequests of property, both real and personal. Okay? I'm going to try to do everything in my power to not do a lot of cursing and just, but y'all know how I get, man. Like I said, I be serious about this stuff, man. Right? We're gonna take it from the top. D1, the Secretary of the Treasury. Right now, who is that? Ain't that heifer Janet Yellen? Ain't that the fucking ain't that the flipping woman that's the Secretary of the Treasury right now? Ain't it Janet Yellen? We're gonna look it up when I get done. It say the Secretary of the Treasury may accept, hold, administer, and use gifts and bequests, right, of property, both real and personal, for the purpose of aiding or facilitating the work of the Department of Treasury, gift and bequests of money. And wait, hold on. Let me stop. Let me go back. It's for the purpose of aiding or facilitating the work of the Department of Treasury, right? Because that's a period right there. We got to kind of pause for a second. Then it says gifts and bequests of money and the proceeds from sales of other properties received as gifts or bequests. Those are for motherfuckers who get their goddamn houses taken and shit from foreclosure because the motherfucker couldn't pay his property taxes and all that other shit. Or because they say you didn't report this, that, and the other on your taxes, so we gonna seize your car and your motherfucking Bugatti and your yacht and shit, right? Because you was supposed to have been a taxpayer and you ain't pay your motherfucking taxes. All because you don't understand what United States mean. When they use the term United States and when they use the term states, S-T-A-T-E-S, you don't know what the fuck it mean. You think you know what it mean, but you really don't, right? So that's what that part mean. When they say gifts and bequests of money and proceeds from sales of other properties received as gifts or bequests. Because see, they looking at that they received that you owe that to us. You promised you give it to us and you didn't. Okay. It say received as gifts or bequests shall be deposited in the Treasury, right? Which is the reason for why when you deal with the IRS and particularly with getting a tax refund, for those who still get paper checks, because I know a lot of people don't get paper checks no more from the, their tax return, right? But for those who still get a tax return with a paper check, or for those, even if you get a deposit, right? Let's say you had your shit direct deposited into your account, your tax return or whatever. Look at your statement. Look at the bank statement. It tell you the U.S. Treasury Department. That's who they say is the motherfucker who gave you the bread when you do your tax return, right? It say the Treasury and separate funds shall be dispersed on order of the Secretary of Treasury. Property accepted under this paragraph and the proceeds thereof shall be used as nearly as possible in accordance with the terms of the gift or bequest. Now look at what number 2 say. Pay attention. Pay attention, man. It say for purposes of the federal income, estate, and gift taxes, property accepted under paragraph 1 shall be considered as a gift or bequest to the United States. They telling you, man. And what I'm saying is 31 USC 321 subsection D1 and D2, as you are looking at it right now, that is enough information for you to go question them. That is enough for you right there to write a letter. Here it is. Go to show you how I be trying to help, man. This is enough right here for you all to write a goddamn letter and send it certified mail signature receipt, prepaid, like the Lone Wolf been showing you how to do, and send that shit to the IRS and be like, can you explain it to me? I speak, my legalese is not very good. I speak with accent. Can you get the translator for me? Can you get someone to translate 26 USC 3121 section, 31 USC 321 subsection D1 and D2? Can you get someone to explain that shit to me? My legalese is not very good. Can you get somebody to explain to me 26 USC 3121 section E1 and E2? Can you get someone to translate what the flip that mean? Because based off my own knowledge and for what I'm reading and how I can just do cross references of shit, Okay, for example, it say for purposes on the D2, it say for purposes of federal income, estate, and gift taxes. It say federal income, comma, estate, comma, and gift taxes. They talking about all taxes. Every comma you see is they talking about a tax. Ain't a federal income? Ain't that a tax? Don't they take the most? I'm trying to calm down. Don't just come on, Lone Wolf, calm down. This is why I'm the original Lone Wolf. Because a motherfucker ain't gonna get on here like this. And when I get on here, yeah, sometimes I be a little irate. But look at why I'm pissed off though. Look at why I'm irritated. You know what I'm saying? It's more so that than anything. Because see, I get it now. I get it now. You can send your fucking goons to my doorstep and have them knock on the door. Send me a fucking letter. Go ahead and send me one. Because you got some explaining to do. The minute you send me a tax audit letter, or the minute you get the time about, oh, you're coming into a United States court, bitch, I'm on my way. I'm sleeping on the doorstep the night before the day of the court. I will be there because you going to explain this shit to me. Nigga, I don't run and I don't hide. And that includes from the IRS. I ain't running from them either. Because if you can drag me into court behind me knowing what I'm talking about right now, I need to know how. Tell me how. Because I like to correct that shit. Because according to what I'm looking at right here, you motherfuckers have no jurisdiction. It say for purposes of federal income, estate, and gift taxes, property accepted under paragraph 1 shall be considered as gift or bequest to or for the use of the United States, right? Now let's check this shit out. What the fuck is the United States? What the fuck is that? Let me see. Let's go to 28 USC 3002. Let's see what the fuck that has to say. Because I want to know what the fuck the United States is. Let's scroll down to 15, what they call a... What the fuck that say? United States means a federal corporation. Wait a minute. Did you say a corporation? Wait a second, man. I thought... Wait a minute. Wait, that don't say government. That say a business. And then 15B say, and agencies, departments, commission board, or other entities of the United States. That mean they under the umbrella. It say the instrumentality of the United States. That gets off into some other shit. You can get off and you can put the military in that, all they fighter jets and all they bullshit warplanes, and that's a little bit more technical. You know, as far as the instrumentality, I don't want to go too deep into it. But when you just go into 15B, where it say agencies and departments, that's the goddamn Homeland Security. That's fucking FEMA. You understand? And you keep going. That's the United Nations, and the fucking World Court and the World Bank and all that. You get off into that shit. It's all a business. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me that anything that I give to this corporation is going to be considered as a gift? Well, fuck you. You ain't never gave me shit in my life. And any motherfucking thing that you tricked me into believing that I thought you gave me up until the point of what I fucking learned, I realized that was a goddamn lie. So fuck you. You can kiss my ass. Now let's go back. They got the nerve to tell you, man, they say your federal income taxes shall be considered as a gift or bequest. Now, everybody know what a gift is. Let's look up what a bequest. Simple Google search. Some of this shit you can look up on Google. What is a bequest?
Bequest. Bequest.
It's not telling me here. It says it's a noun. The action of bequesting something. Okay, but that's you're not telling me what it is. The bequest is property given by will. Historically now, and it's like, what kind of will are we talking about? It's like, are you talking about some shit that you wrote down? Or just something willingly? Like, here go $20 or something for, the red light, a motherfucker begging for change and shit. You give him your chewed off chicken bone or something? Is that by will? What the fuck are we talking about? Are you doing it willingly? Is it something that's wrote down, meaning it's supposed to go to my son or my daughter if I pass on? It's a historical term. The term bequest was used for personal property given by will and divisor for real property. The two words today are used interchangeably. Okay. Well, now we know what a bequest is. Uh-oh, I'm like on the wrong squeeze. Sorry about that. Now we know what a bequest is. It has something to do with property. You left it to them in a will. It kind of reminds you of some shit where if you died a millionaire and you had nobody to leave your shit to, whatever state you or your funds was in, they assumed control of it. That's what that kind of shit sound like to me. They put your shit up for auction and keep the proceeds. So again, man, you know, we got to wake up to this. People have to wake up, man. This is how they get their little warplanes and shit. And you know, you hear them talk about, oh, they can make robots now, and they doing this and they blah 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 that, and you know, it's like, yeah, look at where the fuck they got the money from. Look at why my fucking channels and shit don't stay up. Look at why I don't get no views and no motherfucker don't nobody want to talk about this. And what I'm saying is, like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, this is just something you guys need to be aware of. Now, you do with this information as you see fit. You just remember the Lone Wolf told you ain't nothing wrong with defending your motherfucking self. And that includes your person and any and every fucking thing that might be attached to it. Whether if it be your home, car, or etc. There ain't nothing wrong with defending your shit, man. Especially when you know shit like this. Like how I said, I'm not running from the fucking IRS. You want to drag me in the court talking about auditing me and this, that, and the other. I want to have a conversation about why the fuck y'all got over on me all these goddamn years. So yeah, let's go to court. So we can have a conversation with the judge about me getting back every fucking dime they ever took from me. Or excuse me, that I gave them, not realizing that I didn't have to give it to them. Okay? They tell you under their own shit that they are a fucking business. 26 USC 3121. 3121. E1 and E2. No. Damn, boy, you fucking up. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Typing in the wrong shit. 26 USC 3121. You got to scroll down to E1 and E2. This is a long ass section. And you got to be careful too, because you'll scroll past it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, they like to hide shit in plain sight. This is what you call hiding shit in plain sight. And don't tell me it don't work. It worked all the motherfucking time. I mean, when I used to sell drugs. I mean, when I learned that hiding in plain sight shit when in my early teens. I learned that shit. I done hid so much motherfucking crack in front of the police's face and lived to walk away from it. Didn't end up going to jail that particular time, okay? The shit was right in his fucking face, right? And this is an example of that, hiding the shit in plain sight. Damn, we didn't scroll past it, I think. I just saw E or something. Wait a minute. See, this is what I mean. You gotta be careful. That looked like that was H. What did I say? E1 and E2? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Let me go back. Nope, see, that's not it. I'm over here talking shit and I didn't roll right past it. God damn it. Go back down, boy. All right, here we go. Because the letter that signifies the next letter in this section is a real small one. I'm going to try to show y'all one when we pass it again. It's a real tiny ass little, like this one where it says C, letter C, including and excluding and excluding service. This is section C. So we still got to go down to E. So hopefully y'all understand that because I've been scrolling for a minute. This is a big ass section. That's D. And E should be coming. Okay, so here go E. It's under, E is titled State, United States and Citizens. Right? So you got E1 to tell you that the term state. And notice these are terms. This shit ain't got nothing to do with like the country, government. There's some bullshit they made up. That's what it mean when they say the term state includes. That's some shit they made up. They literally made it up. Keep in mind, statutes and codes and ordinances and all that shit. That's corporate shit that they just enhanced and put out onto the fucking people. And they disguised it as government. That's the fucking fraud. It includes District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. The United States, when using the geographical sense, includes the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. And for some strange reason, they left out Washington, D.C. They should have threw that shit in there too. It say any individual who is a citizen of the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico but not otherwise a citizen of the United States shall be considered for the purposes of this section as a citizen of the United States. Now, my reckon is that a sovereign man or woman that's within the territory or the landmass we know of as part of Puerto Rico will have to claim their sovereignty to get out of that. Because no sovereign man or woman has to fucking pay taxes. All right, now I done spent enough time on that shit. So y'all go back and look it up for yourself. The shit right on the screen, but go type it in for yourself. Maybe it'll feel better when you do it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move on to something else, man. Some more heavy shit that we dealing with. And again, like how I told y'all, this shit here is just for you guys to be aware of. I can't come into your life and make every decision for you and this, that, and the other. Your life may not fit my life and my decisions may not work for your life because of that reason. So you got to do what you got to do. You dig? But I'm just saying, hey, man, did y'all see this shit? Well, if not, hey, check this out. So they been fucking with everything all over the earth. Everything is all fucked up, you know, with their little bullshit that they trying to do to I don't know, this weird ass, shit that you seen back like in the cartoons from back in the day where these motherfuckers want to take over the world. You got these creepy ass bastards and entities and shit like Skeletor. You know, where you got to go and get a He-Man to come out and fuck this nigga up because he just want to take over everything. Him and his little weird-ass goons and minions and shit, you know. But check this shit out.
U.S. is drying up by the day. So is Lake Powell, the second largest U.S. reservoir, and countless other sources of water around the world the same. Other lakes and waterways are being hit with biblical level flooding. Both conditions are hallmarks of climate intervention operations, which are very visible in this image of the skies above Lake Mead. Question: would covert global climate engineering operations...
Y'all notice the sky as y'all watching the video? Y'all notice how the sky looks with all the fucking chemtrails and bullshit, the aerosol spraying and shit that they doing, all the dumb shit, the goofy shit that they doing, the shit that they got to keep doing because, again, like I told y'all in videos in the past, like I told y'all on my original channel, Mother Nature is just that fucking powerful that you got to keep doing this shit in order to get the results that you want. Because the minute you let up and the minute you stop, Mother Earth has a way of purging the bullshit. So as you go through the video that I'm showing, look at all the chemtrail bullshit and aerosol bullshit, whatever the fuck they want to call it, whatever the fuck the real term and all that shit, y'all know what I'm talking about, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Look at all the shit that's in the air.
Known as geoengineering, solar radiation management, and cloud albedo enhancement cause unprecedented drought conditions like those now being endured in the U.S. West, in Las Vegas, and Lake Mead watersheds. All available climate science data makes clear the answer is yes. Geoengineering causes drought. Next question. How did the builders of the Lake Mead dead pool drain know 20 years in advance that the western U.S. mega drought was coming? I'll examine that question more closely in a moment. Lake Mead's third intake set the world record for the deepest subaqueous tunnel while working against up to 15 atmospheres of pressure due to the extreme depth of the tunnel. The Deep Strata Lake Mead Drain Project posed extreme dangers while utilizing the latest underwater blasting technologies to help complete the 15,200-foot-long megatunnel designed to drain every last drop from...
See that? Always on some bullshit. And you come in the name of philanthropy and all this other fucking bullshit. You drilling holes and all this other sucker shit. Oh, let me calm down because this should be irritating. You know what I'm saying? It's irritating, man, to you know, because Lake Mead is really fucked up. It really is. That's no lie. It is. And so is other bodies of waters and shit. And then the other thing too that a lot of people don't understand, how long do you think, quote unquote, Mother Nature is going to put up with this? This is where people, man, this is where you got to use your head, man. This is where you have to use your head. Because if people don't realize that this planet is alive, and of course they don't, they think it's a spinning ball and shit. They think they think it's a fucking beach ball, right? That you spin and you pour water on it, that shit never stick on it. It never stay on it. It fucking fly off, right? That's what they think they living on, right? So they don't realize that the fucking earth is alive It's alive like me and you. And they tell you that in Guardian of the Galaxy, that's what Groot is all about. I am Groot. You are Groot. Especially if your ass is Aborigine. That's what that shit is all about. Groot represents the tree of life. And you got these motherfuckers over here drilling holes and sucking out down all the water like you do bad drain water or fucking toilet water or something. Fucking idiots. But this is what the point I'm trying to make is people need to understand they doing this silly shit.
From Lake Mead. The most modern tunnel boring technology was incorporated into the hybrid tunnel boring machine that was specifically manufactured for this project of total desperation. The tunnel borer operated under conditions never before achieved by this type of technology. 90% of Las Vegas's water comes from Lake Mead. Keep that in mind. The ultimate objective.
Now, I don't know if it's 90% of their water come from there, but I know if you ever been to Las Vegas, you understand when I say ain't no fucking water out there. Las Vegas may have a lot of shit. Hell, Nevada might have a lot of shit, but there ain't a lot of water in Nevada. I can tell you this. I tell you this for a fact. I've been to Las Vegas a couple of times. Okay? Ain't no fucking water out there. That's for damn sure.
Objective of this mega project that had a reported final cost of $1.5 billion is to keep the Las Vegas party going till the last possible moment, to avoid panicking populations all over the world when a city of over 2 million overall residents and visitors virtually implodes. Question, where did the massive amount of funding actually come from? Who gave Las Vegas the right to the last lifeblood of a rapidly...
And see, this is the kind of stuff that you get in the movie The Book of Eli. See, a lot of y'all, man, especially y'all from my original channel, y'all know that I would love to break down a lot of these movies and stuff, but they don't stay up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. The people that's been down with me since my very, very first channel, y'all already know. Some of y'all that done alerted me to the fact that they didn't block my video, you know, like all the times I found out that my video had been taken down. It was from my subscribers. Motherfuckers hit me up on Discord and shit like, yeah, man, they just took your video down. I'm, what? I go on there and sure as shit, the video gone. It's like, damn, motherfucker went up 20 minutes. Motherfuckers. Right? But this is what they want. This is what they're headed for, right? And I'm talking about, to go to show you, I would love to really break these movies down. I went out and I just found at Walmart, y'all know how Walmart be having the movies for the low. I got all of the Mad Max movies in one motherfucking DVD joint, including that newer version they did, that psychotic, perverted, that shit more perverted than the the remake of the original Mad Max is like, oh my God, these with Charlize Theron, I think that shit was so disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But needless to say, I went out and I bought all of those movies. Because when I watch movies today, like for the people that's on from my original channel, y'all already know that I don't watch movies for entertainment no more. I watch movies to see the shit that they put in the goddamn movie. Like how I was showing y'all about the Georgia Guidestones. Remember when I was showing y'all about how that with the Demolition Man and shit? That's what I do when I watch movies. It be for that kind of shit. That bitch said gasoline gonna be illegal. Hell, at the rate we going right now with gasoline, the shit either gonna be illegal or extinct. But anyway, let me shut up. Let me be quiet.
Rapidly drying and dying Lake Mead. What happens to...
Now, the point behind like the thing with the Book of Eli and this, that, and the other is total breakdown of society. Total chaos. Chaos, man. Now, I personally believe that it's not going to really personally go down exactly the way that they're trying to get it to go. You know what I'm saying? I think there's enough people around the world that are awoke to what exactly is going on to where some of that will be curbed. In my opinion. That's just my opinion now. I might die on day one of a STHF situation. I might die the first day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that's my personal belief. But the whole point behind what they doing, they trying to starve these people out, man. You trying to have motherfuckers out here thirsty and shit, bro. You gonna kill the animals, everything. Everything. You trying to fuck everything up by doing this to Lake Mead. And it's not just Lake Mead. They doing it all around the world. Look at what they supposed to be doing in Sri Lanka or some old fucking shit like that, where they done told the farmers they gotta kill all their pigs and hogs and shit, and these niggas can't because of carbon emissions and all this. It's like you motherfuckers are the goddamn disease to the world, not the fucking shit you trying to get other people to do and telling people they can't grow their own this, that, and the other. And the fucking 70,000 truckers that they trying to put out of business in California now, well, now you can't be an owner-operator in California. It's like, what? So you mean to tell me I've been an owner-operator for 10 years in California and now all of a sudden I can't run it on my own business? You out of your motherfucking mind. That kind of shit will get people fucked completely up in these streets. But anyway.
To all the downstream dependence of Lake Mead water when it no longer flows. That blank isn't hard to fill in, and that day draws very, very near. Many other cities will follow in the path of Las Vegas due to countless forms of environmental implosion, with climate intervention operations further fueling all of it. Once the dominoes begin to fall, the equation will accelerate exponentially. And keep this in mind. Once the majority of global populations realize that the party is over, that none of it was even remotely sustainable, that the reckoning is here, the law of the jungle will prevail.
And see, that's what they want. Now, I'm not going to necessarily disagree with that. That's what they want. Will it happen? I'm not even cheering for it. I'm not even praying that no shit like that happen, because I don't want to have to go through that kind of shit. You know, I really don't. Now, I understand all too well, that if some shit was to hit the fan on my soil like this, that my people are the militia. I understand that. And I would have to accept that role, whether if I would be ready for it or not. I would have to accept that role. And it's because of situations like with somebody like myself, even though I'm 45 years old, I'm healthy than a motherfucker. They would need somebody like me. I wouldn't have a choice. I wouldn't. I could. What excuse would I have? I don't have any ailments. I don't go to the fucking hospital. I don't have any ongoing problems. I don't take medication, and I never have. Ever since I've been of the age to where I've been in control of my own life, I've stayed out of hospitals. And that's from that point up until now. I don't go into their hospital. I don't swallow their fucking happy pills. I don't fuck with that shit. And I never have. So when you look at somebody like me today, I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat Burger King and all that. I don't eat that shit. That's why I look the way I look. I don't eat soy and naturally, them fucking GMO bullshit and all that shit. I try to stay away from that shit as much as I possibly can. Now, I know it's in everything, so it's going to be hard to do. But I stay away from that shit. I only eat 1 or 2 meals a day. I've cut back on a lot of meat that I've eaten in the past. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ate fast food in God knows how long. So as a result of that, I don't have any health problems. None. Zero. I wouldn't have no choice but to fucking get out there if shit hit the fan. I wouldn't have a choice. But do I want something like this to happen? No. I'm just not fucking stupid. And I'm not just going to turn a blind eye to the fact that, yeah, stuff is really getting out of control. They just put out an article telling Chicago police officers to stop chasing people. Stop chasing motherfuckers, y'all. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard about the situation, because Highland Park, the shit that's supposed to happen out in Highland Park has kind of been drowning out the shit that one of the last police shootings that happened across the street from my mama crib, where some domestic situation happened and shit, and motherfucker would call the police on my mans and shit, got into it with the chick he was with, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, right? Police come. As soon as they step off the elevator, Buddy ambushed their ass. Hit my mans, hit one of them like twice, right? As soon as they got off the elevator. So somehow a chase ensued. How he ended up getting out of the building for them to chase him, I don't know. But they ended up catching him around the corner from where my mama lived. Where my mans and shit at. One of my homies and shit live over there. I fuck with him, go grab some bud or whatever sometime. One of my little homies I know, you know what I'm saying? Him and his mother do their thing and shit with, selling their little stuff. And, you know how we do our hustle. Plus it was in the projects. So, what's left of the projects, because that shit been decimated. But that back in the day, that would have been considered the projects, even though only the row houses are left. All of the high-rise buildings are gone. But yeah, slit his wrists and shit before he ran from the police. You know what I'm saying? You go back and watch the YouTube video, they got him, they caught him right in front of my man's crib. I went over there like a couple of days after it happened. He's like, yeah, man, they caught that stupid motherfucker right here. He pointed and shit. It's like, that's a damn shame. You know, shit was all over the news, you know. So I don't ignore the fact that this shit is coming. Cops have been getting shot at all over the fucking country. If anybody been paying attention. If anybody been paying attention, the police been getting shot at all over the country. All kind of crazy shit has been going on. So the point I'm trying to make is that I'm not going to just turn a blind eye and a deaf eye to what could happen. And this whole thing about total civil unrest. I'm not just going to say, oh no, that would never happen. Shit. Who am I to say? But anyway, let's move on to something else that I find to be quite disturbing. So I've been knowing about this social credit score shit and this digital currency shit and all this other bullshit. I've been knowing about it since day one. I went a couple of rounds with my brother about why he shouldn't be fucking with Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Me and him went a couple of rounds and shit. I'm still telling him, bro, leave that shit alone, bro. Don't fuck with none of that. And he started saying, no, I know, but you only got this little bit just so blah, blah, blah. And I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, all right, big bro, you my big brother. I love you. You do what you want. You know, but this shit is getting out of control, man. And it's so fucking crazy because it's always the masses' fault, especially when the shit been going on for God knows how long already. So when it become at that point, you can't say, oh, that would never happen. They ain't going to be doing that. Well, if they already doing it in other places, what the fuck does that tell you? It's only a matter of fucking time before they end up, you know, check this shit out.
It's June 2022, and this is video number 311. All since March 2020, which is why I look and feel so old. Politicians, journalists, social scientists, masochists,
and we're not going to even get into the numerology of the shit he just said. I don't even want to take y'all down that path. Y'all know how I am with the numerology thing. I'm going to leave that out of it, though. I just want y'all to focus on this report that he giving out about different countries around the world that's dealing with this social credit score and this fucking ridiculous ass rules and policies they got in place, all of the tracking and surveillance that they doing, which helps you fully understand this is the point of 5G and 6G. They trying to fucking, anyway, let me let him do a little talking.
Communists talk about social credit as if it were a good thing. I don't know what all the fuss is about, said one. It won't be so bad. In fact, if you behave yourself, it'll be a good thing. A TV program in the United States stated that social credit pushes people to become better citizens. You're not going to be punished if you haven't done anything wrong, they said, ignoring the fact that it's the government that decides the definition of wrong. Well, if you're a fan of totalitarianism or communism, then I suppose social credit is a good thing. Social credit's a scheme designed to enable governments to control their citizens. Every new law and rule...
And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom fucking line. And what's so crazy, here's the part that should have y'all kind of tripping. It's so many damn slaves and shit walking around. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Fucking computerized ass niggas and shit. Walking around, and they go to show you they've been talking about this and been trying to implement this shit for so long, man. Go back to the movie Deadly Friend. Movie came out back in the 80s. Let me see real quick. And again, like how I said to my subscribers that's been down with me since day one, y'all already know, man, that I be trying to break down these movies and put them out and shit, man. YouTube they was fucking picking me off left and right, and y'all know it. But they've been trying to show motherfuckers this shit for the longest. Let me turn my laptop on for a minute. Hold on. Deadly Friend came out in 1980, damn, where is it now? I just saw the shit. 1986. 1986, I got a movie that I could show y'all where they've been trying to computerize people and shit. Turn motherfuckers into cyborgs and all that. Jean-Claude Van Damme played in a movie called Cyborg, where he was talking all this goofy ass end of the world Mad Max shit. Like, you know. But check this shit out, man. Let me just kind of be quiet, because we know that it's about government control. The people that are woke, like how I said, trip out about the amount of fucking slaves that you around. People that are masses of people that are just fucking they either fucking idiots, slaves, you know what I'm saying, or they down with the fucking program. But anyway, let me be quiet.
Ties into the social credit system, which is now clearly the way in which the Great Reset will be turned into practical reality. It's government policy everywhere to exhaust their citizens with a constant barrage of new rules and regulations, which, being backed by force, have the power of law. Social credit's here and it's growing by the minute. Take a look at precisely how social credit operates in China. The social credit system set up in China was officially introduced in 2014, though it was planned many years before that.
2014, they've been on to this shit. Right? This be the thing when I be talking about, man, I ain't no talking this goofy shit about, they would never do that here and they're never, get the fuck out of here. The longer people turn a blind eye and sit back and do nothing, yeah, this is how you end up into what it is that you end up to. Now, again, like I said again, it's probably the third or fourth time I done said this. This shit that I'm putting out right now is just something for you to be aware of. You can take what I'm telling you and throw this shit in the garbage. It's up to you. I just wanted people to be aware of what the hell these goofy ass people trying to do. This is some sick shit. Listen to what the hell this man finna say about what they doing in China. Check this shit out. This shit is fucking crazy as hell. Talk about pure psychos.
Given approval back at the beginning of the 21st century when Shanghai introduced a credit system designed to assess eligibility for loans in much the same way as been done in the West for many years. What's been happening since 2014 has been happening very quickly. The idea of the system is that information about every individual will be collected together from all possible sources: schools, workplaces, banks, doctors' surgeries, hospitals, police, libraries, supermarkets, internet platforms, travel companies, closed-circuit television cameras using facial recognition software, and so on. Recognition software can identify people by the way they walk. Smart meters installed in private homes.
And my boy Jim Redwood, he been saying that shit. That's some old straight CIA motherfucking MI6 type motherfucking 007 shit we dealing with. Real talk.
Will tell the authorities what time you get up, what time you eat, what you eat, when you go to the loo and when you go to bed. If you get a speeding fine or a parking ticket, the details of that will be recorded too. In the Chinese city of Rongcheng, there's a comprehensive grading system which obtains information from 142 different government departments, with hundreds of positive and negative factors being used to create a final score. The information collected is used to compensate and reward those considered to be model citizens and to punish those regarded as transgressors. The social credit system is designed to enable the authorities to name and shame according to behavior. There are several systems in different Chinese provinces, but social credit ratings are measured with a simple point system, with, for example, all citizens starting off with 1,000 points and then losing points whenever they misbehave.
Hey, that sound like when you go into these bullshit ass colleges. I know when I went to fucking Lincoln Tech to go to school to learn how to fix cars and shit, they pitched that same bullshit to me in my intro class. I never forget that. They say everybody in here right now is starting off with a 4.0. Whether or not if you keep that 4.0 average is up to you. But anyway, I digress.
A citizen's rating will determine whether he or she is rewarded or punished. The goal of the system is to provide the government with a general assessment of each individual citizen's trustworthiness. Good citizens who've obeyed instructions and behaved impeccably will be rewarded in many ways, such as by being allowed to travel, use a public library, rent bicycles, or borrow money, and by being entitled to send their children.
And somebody rent a fucking bicycle. You give your credit card information to an organization for a goddamn bicycle rental. Who the fuck does that? I remember when they first introduced this shit in Chicago. And motherfuckers like me was trying to tell them, man, no, this shit ain't gonna work. People gonna be getting ran over left and right. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And it still ain't stopped. Motherfuckers still get their fucking ass handed to them on a bicycle in the goddamn street of Chicago. I remember a time I was sitting right at the intersection where the old Cook County hospital building was before they built John Stroger around the corner and shit. And my man was sitting in the bike lane right next to us. And he was sitting at the red light with us, which some bikers don't do. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker came up the bike lane in a goddamn Dodge Caravan and ran this motherfucker over and kept going. And the cold part about it was the biker never saw it coming. So when the shit happened, everything went in the air. He went in one direction in the air and the bike went in another direction. And we was all sitting at the red light like, what the fuck? I was smoking a joint and everything. I was sitting there like, I looked at my joint and was like, What the fuck? I'm talking about just Red Buddy clean the fuck over, right? He get up and staggering around looking like, what happened? What the fuck? I'm talking about we get out the car and shit. We help my man up, get him all off over to the sidewalk, pick his bike up for him and that motherfucking thing. Straight up. I remember that shit. Fucking riding bicycles and shit. Get your dumb ass the fuck out of here. Riding around looking like Mrs. Gulch and shit from the fucking Wizard of Oz. Your dumb ass. Riding bikes in the street and you wonder why you getting ran the fuck over.
Children to better schools, to obtain a better quality of healthcare, or to apply for and be given better jobs. Buying green vegetables, sensible clothing and nappies will all boost a citizen's rating. Buy sensible work shoes with good soles and a long life potential, and your rating will rise. Those who praise the government will see their rating improve. Those who report citizens who've criticised the government or any part of it will be rewarded for their loyalty to the state. If you donate blood, perform charitable works, and praise the government regularly on social media, you will be rewarded. Bad citizens who've shown themselves to be rebellious.
Now, who in the hell gonna want somebody goddamn blood that was donated behind this fiasco shit we've been dealing with for the last 2 years? Get the fuck out of here.
Deceitful or disobedient in any way will be punished by being named and shamed on the internet and elsewhere, and by being denied access to travel, hotels, restaurants, good schools, good hospitals and good jobs. Bad citizens may also be banned from entering shopping malls or food stores and may therefore be denied access to food. What else makes you a bad citizen? Well, buying chocolates, alcohol or frivolous clothing will damage your rating, as will...
Ain't that what Sandra Bullock was saying in Demolition Man? Didn't I just fucking show y'all a little clip of that shit when I was talking to y'all about the Georgia guys loan? Didn't I tell you that bitch say gasoline gonna be illegal? Goddamn it, abortion's illegal. You can't even fucking get pregnant if you ain't got a license. This is the shit these niggas is on. And again, like I said, this video is just to be like, hey man, take a look at this shit. That's all it is. That's all it's about. Cause I ain't gonna even play the whole thing. I ain't finna go through all this dumb shit. This type of shit'll make you fuck a nigga up. There's no way in hell I sit up here and play this entire thing. You gonna bitch you. Dude name is Jen Crenshaw. This particular video is called Nightmare on Your Street. All right, you go watch the whole video all you want to. I'm gonna play a couple more minutes of this shit. I'm gonna turn it off and get my final goddamn thoughts.
Playing games on the internet. Buy a pair of high heel shoes or inappropriately expensive trainers and you'll lose points. If your home's
that's gonna fuck every woman up on the planet. No more heels? Oh shit.
Not considered energy compliant, you'll be punished. If Chinese citizens write or say something rude about their government, they'll lose points. Those who fail to visit their...
That mean I'm a dead man. Straight up.
Parents regularly are punished, as are jaywalkers, those who smoke in non-smoking zones, and those who walk a dog without putting it on a lead. Government employees will remove a dog if its leftover food isn't cleared away, and the former dog owner will be banned from having another animal for 5 years. Senior citizens can sue their children if they don't visit regularly.
Damn.
Not sorting your personal waste properly is a sin, as is swearing in public. Spying on your friends, relatives and neighbours will be rewarded. So, for example, reporting friends, relatives and neighbours for using bad language will win you brownie points. All internet data, including searches, is used to compile social credit ratings, and players who cheat in online video games are punished by having their social credit rating reduced. If you spread rumours on the internet, you'll be classified as a bad person. Perhaps that's not such a bad idea. If your apologies...
Yeah, but the problem with that shit is that if you agree and give in to one, it'll only be a matter of time before all that shit be up your ass.
Your transgressions are considered insincere, you'll be punished. If you have your PCR tests done regularly, then you'll be rewarded, but if you miss your testing appointments, you'll lose points. If you have the vaccinations you're told to have, then you'll be rewarded. But if you choose not to have a particular vaccination, then you'll lose points. Those who do not pay bills on time will be punished. The taxes and utility bills will be paid automatically.
But all of your debts is supposed to be discharged dollar for dollar upon the United States' back. But we won't leave that alone.
The appropriate sums simply deducted from the citizen's account. If there's insufficient money in the account, the citizen will lose yet more points. Those in debt, for whatever reason, will end up in a downward spiral. 10 years or so ago, I wrote a weekly column, in a large circulation Chinese newspaper. One week I wrote a column criticizing vaccination. Within hours of the column appearing, I received a note from the editor sacking me from the paper. And within a couple of days after that, I received an email from my Chinese publisher telling me that they were no longer allowed to sell my books, several of which had been long-term bestsellers in China. And I was told that neither they nor any other publisher in China would be allowed to publish any of my books. That's how it works. In 2019, 23 million people in China had been blacklisted from traveling by train or aeroplane because they had low social credit ratings. Many students were prevented from attending schools or universities.
And that's another thing, man, with these goddamn electric cars and shit. Especially with, it's not just the car running off of electricity. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do that. But with all of the technology that they have out now that you can add to that shit, you fuck around and your goddamn car won't start. Because of this facial recognition and all this other bullshit. They say you done some dumb shit or whatever, and you go somewhere, you can't even go visit your motherfucking relatives. Why are they raping your fucking mama? And you sitting in a car that won't start because it got facial recognition and it's electric and all this other dumb shit. And you get to watch them rape your mama on the screen inside the fucking car. I'm just saying. That's a whole nother video, because keep in mind, I went to school to fix cars. So that's a whole nother video in itself, me talking about these electric cars and shit. Man, don't get me started, please. Please don't get me started with that shit. But anyway, look here, I'm gonna end this video right here, man. Y'all can check that shit out. You know, if y'all want to, you know, it's on y'all. But I just want to make people aware of what's going on out here, man. Like how, you know, I'm talking to you guys about these different tax regulation bullshit. And I bring this stuff up because people need to understand that this is how we get to where we are today. This is how we get to where we're at that point to where people don't know what's up from down. They don't know what's left, right. They don't know shit. These people don't know nothing, man. And this is how we get there. We get there by accepting the lies, man, you know, and ignoring what we know is not real. The stuff that we know that's not true. Like, you know, you hear me say all the time about how are we black today. When I remember as a young pup back in, I'm talking about in the early 80s, 81, 82, 83 years old. I mean, I'm sorry, 1981, 82, 1983 or whatever. I remember as a young puppy, man, growing up, watching motherfuckers get the snot knocked out of their nose for calling somebody black. I remember when that shit was very offensive. Motherfuckers slapped the shit out before you could finish your statement. The minute they heard black, it was over. You didn't get to finish with all of what you had to say. Motherfucker been and knocked your teeth out. But today we black. I remember when African American wasn't on some fucking job application to check off for, you know, for a job. When motherfuckers want to call each other African Americans and all this other goofy shit that motherfuckers call each other today. I remember when none of that shit existed. But somehow we supposed to be Africans today. And that's what I mean when I say it's the lies and the bullshit that we accept, the stuff that we know that's not true that we ignore. So hopefully, man, this has been an insightful video, man. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. But, you know, again, 26 U.S.C. 3121 Section E1 and E2 tell you that the United States, or rather they talking about the United States or just the word state, under Title 26 of the IRC, they only talking to you about Columbia and Washington, D.C. and all this other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The vast majority of my subscribers' birth certificate got some sort of state that's under the 50 states of the Union, i.e. the Constitution. You dig? So you're not a part of Guam. You're not a part of some fucking Commonwealth. Look up what the definition of a Commonwealth is. It got something to do with money. All right? This is the original Lone Wolf, man. I done made this video about close to 10 minutes longer than what I had intended. But this is much love to y'all, man. Hopefully you guys wake up, man. You know, like I said, the shit that I'm showing y'all, that's enough for y'all to send a letter. Prepaid. Courtesy of the United States. Don't you understand that? When I do the mail thing, right, which isn't illegal, there's no fraud involved. You know, we're going to have to sit down and go through the laws and shit too. where I sit down and make a video showing you the laws as to how I'm doing this off of the back of the United States. When I send my shit, my mail or whatever, I send that shit courtesy of the United States Corporation. Why? Because they said they pay for it. They said, give it to us. We'll send it off, man. We got you. Don't trip. So this is what I do. And there's nothing unlawful about it. So the stuff that I just showed y'all in this video in regards to the IRS, this is enough for y'all to get off y'all fucking ass and write a letter and say, hey man, can you explain this to me? Can you explain 31 USC 321 subsection D1 and D2 to me? What the fuck is this gift and bequest shit? Can somebody explain 28 USC 3002 subsection 15A and 15B to me? Because that's what the IRS fall under. They are an agency. Just like Homeland Security, just like FEMA. They're a corporation, man. And they're subsidiaries of the federal corporation, which we know of as the United States. You guys got to understand this. So when you hear people say this fake government and shit, you know, people like Darkman, people like James Branch and shit, they all refer to it as a fake government. This is what the fuck they're talking about. When you hear Jim Redwood say this fake ass government, he's saying to you they fake under 28 USC 3002 subsection 15A. The United States is really a corporation. That's the fake part. That means they're not a government. That's what he's saying when he like this fake ass government. It is because they disguise as a government, but they really a business. They're no different than Chevrolet. God damn it. Y'all got to understand this. And you have to start treating them as such, because a person will argue with me. They will argue with Darkman. They will argue with James Branch. And what do you mean? And blah, blah, blah. It's because the people don't treat them as such. It's how they get away with whatever it is that they're getting away with. They don't treat them as a business. If everybody treated the United States as if they understood they were Chevrolet, then everybody would be buying Buick. Chevrolet wouldn't exist. That's the point I'm trying to make. They only exist and they only as powerful as you allow them to be, because you don't realize that when a motherfucker like Darkman say they're a fake government, what he's saying is they got you thinking they're the government. We're here to help. That's nothing but the fucking a lie. What they really are is a federal corporation. So you guys have to understand this. It all makes sense once you get that. If it said United States of America or if it said USA, that would be different. We would have to have a different conversation. But you don't hear them say USA and you don't hear them say United States of America very often. You hear, especially with the generation that's in place now that's coming up, the ones that's in their teens, in their early 20s, like my children, all they know is United States. They don't know anything else. All they know is United States. They don't know anything else. So you have to start understanding that, man. You have to get that into your head now. They even refer to it as terms. Just the original Lone Wolf, man. A bequest is a will left for property, personal property, given by a will, and divisor for real property. They're telling you, man, that your shit is a gift under 31 USC 321 subsection D1 and D2. You looking at it. It say for the purposes of the federal income tax, federal income, estate and gift tax, property accepted under paragraph 1 shall be considered a gift or bequest. Much love to y'all. This is Original Lone Wolf. Peace.